Hello everyone and welcome back to round 21 of Gary and I's F123 McLaren co-op career mode. We return this weekend here for finally the final sprint race of the season. We're back in Sao Paulo. We've officially caught up the IRL Formula 1 calendar. But Gary, there is big news heading to this weekend. Nico Hülkenberg has announced that he'll be retiring from Formula 1 come the end of the season. And that could potentially open up a job opportunity at Haas.
Very possible there, as Hülkenberg, yeah, he's retiring after a heck of a season. Haas has really come on strong. Hülkenberg's up to 11th in the standings going into this week. Oh, Matt, I'm getting a call.
Oh?
Hello? Oh, Zach. Zach a million. What's going on, my man? Yeah, I'm doing good. No, Matt's not around right now. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, sounds good. Let's talk later. See ya. Matt, we got problems.
Go on. That doesn't sound good.
I don't know if you're going to get a call anytime soon, but Zach just said they can't afford me for next year.
They can't afford you?
They cannot afford me.
How much money are you charging?
I mean, my market value is $2 million, but I was asking for 20.
Okay. Right. Well, where are you heading off to then, mate?
Not McLaren.
Not McLaren.
I'll have to call up Gunter, actually. I think that might be the next option here if we know that there's a seat available.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I'll keep my ears to the ground then. Maybe I'll get a call from Zach as well. But, yeah, 3 races to go with the championship. Maybe now, despite the fact we've got championships on the line, perhaps our careers are starting to depend on this. Sprint race Friday. Sprint race qualifying. Gary, we've had a lot of fun with the sprints this season, or I have anyway. But you're taking some grid penalties, aren't you, ready for the weekend?
Yeah, you know, it's really just about survival in this one and try to lock up this championship today.
Yes, I forgot about that. You've got a real opportunity. We can't lock it up in the sprint, but you can do it in the main event, so it's not quite going to be Max Verstappen style.
I'm not going to get pole driving like that.
Well, this might be some of the last dry running we get all weekend, so I have set up my car appropriately. Oh, it's not been a great lap by me. And it's going to get even worse on the run to the line.
I'm just seeing my position drop to the line, dude.
Yeah, mine's been awful. Oh!
I'll take P8.
I P17 and my lap felt pretty good. I don't get...
I missed the apex unbelievably bad in turn 1.
I nailed the first sector and I was still 3/10 down. I don't feel like I was very far away from pole at all there.
Half a second.
Yeah,
Alonso a 10th off.
I was 3/10 off you and that was 9 places.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. Red Bull, 5th and 6th.
Okay, there's a chance for Gary then.
I'll be starting P18 unless someone else has got some grid penalties, so we'll see what happens here.
We'll be right next to each other then.
Pretty confident I get the grid penalties right here.
I don't believe so.
You want to put that to the challenge?
I do.
All right, bring it on. Bring it on.
Show me.
If I'm right, you gotta let me beat you into turn 1.
If I'm right, you've got to let me beat you into turn 1.
That sounds like a deal to me.
Right, here we go.
We'll make a deal, but I ain't gonna live by it.
Oh, no, we are. You've got to hold your word, sir. Here we are then, Gary. It's Sprint Race Saturday, but there is a threat of changeable conditions, and that sky is already looking ominous.
It's not as looking as ominous as IRL qualifying.
No, not quite, but that would be rather impressive because the game does not have that coded in. However, we've got a bit of a wager. Where is Gary starting this race?
Oh, you were right, Matt.
I usually am.
No, you hear that? All right, well, I'm going soft tire then.
Yep, I think you got to around here. Ooh. That rain is... If we get a safety car or something like that, that rain could really spice things up late in the day.
Yeah, it could. And I mean, if we win the sprint, we can still start, you know, in a good spot here for the Grand Prix, so...
Yeah, I think that's got to be my goal, is start the GP ahead of you. 5 red lights, though, here at Interlagos. Oh, Albon's gone nowhere. Neither have I, though. Oh, round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. 2 trailer park girls. Oh, where's Gary off? Hey! I see you up there.
There was contact with Perez and I had to just dive off circuit.
Yeah, that's what they all say. I don't quite know how I've managed to get to where I am, to be honest. What on earth is going on down here?
Muscle out Verstappen saying, no, sir. But he's got a lot of straight line speed.
Down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg will go. Had a lot of wheel-to-wheel battles with him recently, it feels like. And that's another one that's going to end in my favour.
His final Brazilian Grand Prix weekend.
Yes, of course, a track where he famously took pole in his debut season. And hasn't really done a lot else here. Oi. I'll take that for a lap one, to be honest.
15 minutes.
Oh, that's a shame. I want to see the rain roll in. But Fernando, though, leading the way.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
It's Gary, side by side again with Checo Perez down at turn 1. All
Job
helps
done.
me out, though, in the battle against the Red Bulls.
I'm just trying to help you. I'm a team player.
Is that what it is?
And now they're
is it?
trying to fight each other.
Yeah, now they're both helping me.
Oh, they're running into each other.
Tension down at Red Bull. Could a seat be opening up there next season for either of us? Oh! Oh! I had to really get on the brakes there to avoid Sainz, who was already avoiding them. Around the outside of Carlos. I'll have the inside for the next corner. And we'll take the Ferrari, but that was scary.
So Alonso out in front over Hamilton and Russell.
I'm trying to get a run on Verstappen. Seems like straight line speed a bit more competitive than it was last weekend. Still not competitive enough there as Verstappen. I was alongside you then, mate, as you came across my nose. But we're through anyway. Gary, did you just go round the outside of Charles Leclerc down at turn 4?
No, that was just him trying to fight back up the inside. See, if I could wrap it up today, I'd feel very nice going into
Vegas.
my worst track in a racing game history.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 1.8 seconds.
Trying to crash myself right there.
Yeah, Perez is defending from me as much as he dares. Oh, Checo! Checo! Can't move back over to the racing line and then swing for me. Yeah.
Hamilton is reeling in Alonso here.
Oh, go on. Go on. Go on. Oh, we'll take it.
Right, let's not
Oh,
stay
Gary.
behind this car for too long.
Whoops.
You need to get
You're having fun there. Have you picked up some damage?
Yeah, we're having a good time. No damage somehow.
Here we go. George Russell, Gary Owen. Two of Formula One's feistiest young drivers going at it. Many have argued.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Come on, George.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
George, stop sliding around all over the show and get on with it. This is not Formula Drift, man. Right, we're going to have to do this round 2. Right, there we go.
That wasn't pretty.
I followed
Yours
you.
wasn't pretty.
Oh, Russell and Leclerc fighting behind me now. Is Hamilton
Lewis is
applying
really
some
put on the
pressure?
charge here.
He is, isn't
He's
he?
all over him, dude.
Ugh.
And he drove away from me and just drove right up to Fernando. But it seems like Alonso excels in the downforce heavy sections.
And Aston Martin is good in the higher downforce.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Oh, who's going to get the run?
Look
I
at
think
him.
Lewis
He's
is
gone.
struggling. Yep. Fernando just baited him. Try it, mate. Get close, but through the final couple of corners, Gary might get a run on Lewis Hamilton here. It's not over. We're going to see yet another drag race to the line. Go on, Gary. Go on, Gary. Not quite enough in the end. I mean, from 17th on the grid, though, I will take P4.
That Mercedes is very, very straight line focused this weekend.
Yeah, they might struggle tomorrow. Aston Martin might look very, very quick. It certainly has, and it's helped you as well, I believe, Gary.
Very much, yeah.
Championship-wise, then, you can afford to finish. Well, if Verstappen won, you'd have to finish second. But if Verstappen doesn't win, you can afford to have a car between you as well, as I'm 18 points back behind them.
You have to win and get like a fastest point here
to have a chance at the title, yeah, and that's if you don't score. Oh, Gary, I think we both hope this is the final wet race of the season, because Vegas or Abu Dhabi in the wet are not going to be fun.
Yeah, I think this is our final dosage of wet weather racing. We've had a fair bit of it this season, actually. So it kind of feels fitting to cap it off at Brazil, though.
Yeah, it would have been nice if the championship, of course, was going down to the wire here. I mean, technically, the championship could be decided here in Brazil. You really have just got to sit behind the Red Bulls, haven't you?
I just got to beat him.
But you don't even need to beat him. You can sit behind him.
I don't even need to beat him. That's right. But I'm going to beat him.
I want to beat him. That's what I need to do. I've still got a championship fight. Look at that.
They come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
Well, Crofty reckons you've already won it.
Penalty.
Oh, I'm on the front row then. Wonderful.
Yeah, you're P2.
Crofty says you've already won the title, mate. So congratulations.
I mean, you know.
It is what it is.
Anything going on, you know?
Scripted. If you win it now, well, no, it's scripted. Here we are, though. I got to try and get a good start on Fernando. Second time this year I've started alongside him in the wet.
We know he's good on wet starts.
Yep, and he's certainly had me this time. He's going to have clear running down in towards turn 1. Still going to try and go defensive, though, in towards that first corner. Oh! And we kind of have a look down the inside of turn 2 there, and somehow, round the outside, we'll have a look. Side by side onto the Esquito de Lago. Here, oh, we've got cars everywhere. I'm 3 wide. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. What is Lewis doing? He completely missed the corner on the inside, so I just had to come off the brake to not get wing damage. That was scary, Gary, off the start, I won't lie. Like, really scary.
It's so scary.
Well, I'm in a bit of clear running now. Fernando and I are trying to break free at the front, but I don't know.
Alright, we got one of the Ferraris, or Red Bulls.
Already, Gary moving ahead of the Red Bulls.
Yeah, whatever happened with you and like Lewis up there,
it's just fallen back, yeah.
Worked wonders for me.
I'm sure it did. Has there ever been a situation in this series where something hasn't worked wonders for you?
Japan, I had the wrong setup and nothing went right there.
That's true.
That Ferrari straight line, man, is insane.
Yeah, the AI are going to have even more ridiculous straight line speed in the wet.
But I can just sail it off in there and they can't.
Well, I think the AI are certainly more competitive in the intermediate conditions here than they were in the full wets at COTA. They really did.
They were just non-existent.
Yeah, they had no real pace. But yeah, I see what you mean about Fernando, though. He's very, very quick through the middle sector. But he was not pulling away from me in sector 1. I'm understeering off.
Hang on to her, Matt.
She's still on the road.
Hamilton's out.
No, Lewis. Actually, with the way he's driven so far, I can't say I'm too disappointed. I won't lie. Oh, he's slowed up a load of AI though further back. Could this be a safety car? Surely, driver retiring on a wet track.
Wait, he's pitting. I think he's got a tire. I think it's a tire.
Surely not. Surely not. How's he got a puncture inside 4 laps? Oh, Fernando there. I think he just nicked the grass.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, just upset his rhythm slightly. Oh, the Aston Martin's going defensive on me. How much time has Fernando Alonso spent defending in recent races? It's not going to be for anything though this time around. We slip to the inside. Going to be wheel to wheel up towards the start-finish line. Contact between us two last weekend resulted in a late race safety car.
Oh.
Whoa, you can't. You then keep trying to come across me, Fernando. We will say thank you very much.
And as will I.
Gary there, always able to capitalise.
Oh, yellow, 2 cars.
Oh.
Stop. 2 cars.
Oh.
Stroll being 1. That's
Yeah.
surely going to be something.
That's normally a red flag when that kind of thing happens.
3 cars, and now Hamilton's rolling in on it.
How has that not been a safety car?
What?
At least. Madness. Still yellow flags out. No, they're going again. How is that not a safety car?
I mean, heck, we've seen stuff like that be a red flag.
I was going to say, I've seen cars, just one car spin at turn 1 and cause a red flag.
It just seems like after a certain amount of laps, you know, our pace in the wet just starts to...
I think it's just we get confident
Take
in the
over.
wet. Yeah. The AI don't have any sort of confidence build up. Obviously, we do. Oh, one of the Alpha Towers just pit though. Early
Yep,
for a
that was
stop.
one of them that wrecked.
Yeah, must have picked up damage, I reckon.
I can tell, you know, even if I wanted to try a no-stopper, it's just not going to happen today.
No?
Yeah, and I'm a tire wear is just way too high.
What's your tyres up to?
We are at 29 on the front, 33 on the rear.
Okay. Here comes Gary.
I'm going to keep it nice and clean here. We have had some battles this year that have not been clean. But now that I'm leaving McLaren, I'm like, you know what? Let's just have a clean ending. Or just do as much damage to the cars, you know, cause
Exactly,
that
yeah.
as much money as we can.
Right, I'm off.
You don't want to pay me $22 million? I will make you pay $22 million in damages. I talked to Gunter Steiner in the paddock this weekend.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, he's a pretty good salesman, I would say. Had a lot of good things to say about the future of the Haas F1 team. Regulation changes coming, of course, next season. He's confident that they're going to be, you know, in the top half of the field.
Interesting.
I'm not saying he offered me a contract.
No. But it seems weird that he'd be talking to you about future car performance when you're not on his team.
I mean, there was a piece of paper he handed to me with a pen.
Fernando, I must admit, Fernando Alonso's doing a very good job keeping up with us. No one else
he's
is.
done solid.
He's pulling away from the rest of the field, I think, is the bigger thing here.
It's kind of like us and then just Alonso, you know?
Yeah.
The last few Grand Prix, really. Coda, Mexico. I mean, he had a lot of pressure from Leclerc there, but, I mean, in the end, it came down to us and him. Starting to wonder if I should just start saving my tires.
Yeah.
Because the AI are on a no-stop strategy.
Gary, you
I
have
caught
fun
some
then?
grass.
Oh, Gary in. Big call to make at this stage of the afternoon.
Zero confidence that I'm making it to the end.
Championship on the line, Gary. You need to hustle in the second half of this thing.
All I need is just a few points.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't just sit behind the Red Bulls to the end.
It's really going to come down to where I come out right here against these guys. It's going to be interesting. Probably a car or two at least to work my way through. 1, 2, maybe 3. Yes, 3 it'll be. Unless, no, it'll be 2. The battery really builds up well here.
Yeah, in the wet, doesn't it? It's because there's a lot of corners where you're half throttle rather than full throttle now.
Right.
So you're saving a little bit of charge rather than burning it. Oh, 14.9, you are cooking.
Passed on Perez.
Both Alfa Romeos in.
Oh, that's really interesting, huh? I wonder if the Ferraris and the Haas cars are going to fit.
Yeah, they might have to.
All right, let's see what we can do now that we're in clear traffic for a whole lap. Yeah, it seems like some AI are confident they can make it, some are not.
Yeah, we're starting to see more of them trickle in, aren't we? Oh, Fernando in.
Oh, wow, okay.
Interesting.
Let's see what the Ferrari and Red Bulls do here.
Yep, Ferrari in. both Ferraris in. What on earth?
Oh my god.
That's a Ferrari strat if ever we've seen one.
They're a couple car lengths apart. Let's double stack them. The Red Bulls, though, stay out.
Red Bull have got better tyre wear, but I'm surprised. Yeah, about Fernando.
I think I made the best call of anybody.
Yeah, well, you did it
in
at the
my,
right time,
like,
didn't you?
vicinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of saw what was developing. I'm like, well,
Gary's crowning achievement. He outsmarted F123's AI.
never thought I'd do it. It's going in my like Tinder bio.
Do you have Tinder?
I do not, but I'm gonna make one now.
Or just for that?
Now that I have all this Riz.
3 laps to go, Gary.
That gap's coming down, Matt.
It certainly is. 2 laps to go, Gary.
And that gap's coming down, Matt.
I tell you what, we're going to be closer to locking out the championship than we thought we'd be against Red Bull.
Yeah, 100%.
We might be able to win that in Las Vegas. 1 lap to go, Gary.
And that gap's coming down, Matt.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Oh, he's sliding. Hold on a minute. Oh, Jesus.
Bro! What was that? What happened?
I was there. That was the problem.
Oh, it's got to be one of the closest finishes we've ever had. It's not over. Oh, oh mate, I must have wheel spin slightly more than I realised. It just got
Yeah,
across
no,
your nose.
I was on your left rear there.
Oh. I think my tyres at the end of that were at 88%.
Oh, they were destroyed, weren't they?
They were absolutely wrecked. I slipped up twice down at turn 1 in the final 3 laps. And I thought that would
There
be
it
it.
is.
But there we go. Formula Owen, Formula 1 World Champion. The first time ever in any of our co-op career modes. Well done, sir.
Oh, man. A fun finish, too, man. Yeah, I got to your left there, and I think you just thought you were clear.
Yeah, I think it was. I thought I was clear, and I had a bit more wheel spin than I was expecting.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we kind of just met, didn't we? As we know how delicate F1's
As soon as the
contact level can
contact
be.
happened, I was just like, I'm turning to the grass to try and not wreck this guy. And then we both saved it and drag raced to the line. That was good.
That was good fun. Say, I was just watching that gap every lap towards the end.
Oh, I was just like 2 seconds a lap. That's all I need. And I was gaining like 2.5
Exactly.
a lap.
I say, for every lap I looked, it was exactly 2. Andrea Stella, though, very happy with the result. Zach Brown gave you a phone call pre-weekend. He's nowhere to be seen, Gary.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Fair enough. Is that going to be your podium celebration, is it? In your interview?
Yep. I'm going to be like, screw this guy. I'm going to call him up tonight and, you know, fire him myself. He's fired from the team.
He's fired, is he? Fair
I
enough.
run the team now.
You run the team. Okay, it's big words from Gary at the end of that one. But I believe that might be our closest finish this season. 300ths of a second. It might have been our closest finish ever. Zhou Guan Yu, shout out to him, points in the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah,
we thought that early stop would screw them, but it worked really nicely for him.
Sergeant Drew.
Yeah, Sargent.
I don't know how he ended up losing points there.
He was running really well, wasn't he? I think
Yeah, he
Mercedes,
was
early
nice.
boxing, and a few other bits and bobs. But it does mean, with 2 races to go, I'm up to P2 as well, but Gary's done it. Formula 1 World Champion in his rookie season with McLaren. Did what
And I
Lewis
get
Hamilton
fired.
never could. And yeah, the rumour is he's dropped. Apparently we're both dropped at the end of the season. We will be back though, next time out ready for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Constructors-wise, Gary, I believe between us, in the final 2 Grand Prix, we need 3 points to wrap that up.
I think that's manageable.
Let's win this thing in Vegas. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.